Hey everyone, Mac is back. Today we're going to discuss which troops for your account that you should try to upgrade. Should you try to upgrade all troop types, all 4 of them? Should you try to just upgrade maybe one troop type? Or maybe you should have some kind of mix in between and maybe develop a couple troop types for your account. There are a couple things that I want to get into, points that I want to make, depending on how your account is. The first thing is going to be how do you spend? If you are a free-to-play, are you a low spender, are you a medium spender, or are you a bigger spender? That will definitely determine how you want to manipulate and grow your account. And then I have a few other things that you want to look for as well, and they include refinement, your badges, research, your commander medals and upgrading your commanders, the weapons that have just been released in the past few months, and your equipment. So let's get to it. The very first point that I want to make is based upon how much money you spend in the game. And there are basically 4 different tiers that I kind of look at. The free to play, the low spender, the medium spender, and the big spender. Now if you're free to play, I highly recommend going only bows. And as you can see from this screen here, this line here on the left, this is my alt account, and it's a free to play, and I've gone strictly bows. I haven't done it from the very beginning. If you do it from the very beginning, you'll get here a lot faster, and you'll have a more powerful account, in my opinion. There is the counter system in the game that actually is very good for a free to play, because if you are attacking having a counter, you'll do very, very well. But if you get countered, you'll do obviously awful. And in this instance, bow does not get countered, and you can't counter anyone else. So you can see the amazing stats that I have here when it comes to the bow attack, the bow defense, and the bow health, just from those. And then you also get a little bit extra from the total attack, total defense, and health. When it comes to the other 3 types, the low spender, I recommend more of the 2 troop types, or you could also, if you're even a low spender, go straight up bow, because you can actually upgrade a little bit more if you're a low spender with the bows. If you're a medium spender, you can actually go 3 troop types. That's probably what I recommend. I know there are bows in there that you could do as well if you really wanted to go that way, and you absolutely can. You actually still go strictly bows. You start to get a little more limited in that respect, but at the same time, you could probably save some money when actually doing those as a medium spender for just bows. But I recommend 3 troop types. And if you actually spend a decent amount on the game, then you could probably do all troop types, even bows. So you could go back and forth, you could kind of change it around, and I'm going to explain why that is. The first question you have to ask yourself is what do you upgrade in your refinement? Which stats do you want? Now, if you're an all bow commander like this account, as you can see here, I'm going for army size and all the bow stats. I'm not going to worry. You don't have to worry about total attack. You don't have to worry about total defense. You don't have to worry about army attack reduction. All you have to do is go for these 4, because once you have these fully upgraded, you can see I'm still not fully upgraded. I'm getting there, but you can see the amount of the amount that you can get if you're going for 2 troop types or 3 troop types. Or all troop types, then it becomes a little bit more complicated depending on what your account is. And go ahead and check out another video that I've made about that type already. You also have to consider your badges. So if you are going for just a bow account, all you have to do is worry about upgrading those bow badges. If you are free to play, then you're going to have these attack badges, and you'll be able to get some defense badges as well. If you're free to play, you won't be able to get the health badge because you just have to pay for that badge. So you'll kind of lose out in that respect, but at the same time you can make up for it in other areas. If you're going to spend money, you'll be able to get these badges all the time. They can be kind of expensive, but at the same time, if you're getting that Iron Bank, you can be able to get those health badges for sure, depending on whatever account that you have. And of course, another way to build your account is based upon the research in the Maester's Tower. You'll have your military, which you can go into and get and increase all your base stats essentially, which is very good. But the big one here is for if you are a bow player, and that is the iron defense, because if you do have that, you can actually increase your bow stats quite significantly here. You're talking about 135% attack, defense, and health. And those are all base stats again, because that's research, so your troops will have them all the time. You don't have to have any type of commander in your lineup to do so. So that's one of the advantages of the bows, and that's why I highly recommend bow accounts for either tier of spending that you may do. And something else to consider are commander medals. So as a free-to-play, you're going to get the free-to-play medals, and from the DICE event, you can actually unlock some of the paid commanders. However, if you are one of the spenders, and you need to choose your commanders wisely. Pick a formation that you want. Pick a synergy that you want. If you want the female, if you want the Sonara setup, if you want the Jamie setup, then pick that. Upgrade those commanders, and you can be very get a lot of value out of just specific commanders that you want to upgrade. Obviously, you see this can get a little bit expensive depending on which ones. Obviously, with Cersei here, it's going to be a little bit more because she's one of the bigger commanders. But like Lyanna here, you can actually upgrade her quite quickly because she's one more of the better values with 15 of her medals for 50 black diamonds. Where like Andrea, you only get 10. Well, these are actually the tokens, so you wouldn't do that, but you would actually get 5. It would be 50 black diamonds for 10 of the medals that she has. And your weapons is also something else to consider. If you are a bow player, the weapons, you'll have to get the main hand weapons, these red ones up here, to be able to upgrade them. I have not seen any of the random attributes or base attributes other than the main ones, the main hands for bow. But then if you are any other troop type player, you can see here there are plenty of ways to upgrade to be able to get get more stats in here. So highly recommend doing this. I have another video about how to upgrade, why to upgrade, and the actual bonuses that you can get. And finally, we have the equipment, and that's another thing. What do you upgrade? You can if you're a bow player, you focus on specific pieces of equipment. If you are a two troop type player, then you can have only those two troop types, only those types that you want in here. I mean, you want to be very specific. As you can see in this one, essentially I have infantry on here because of the badges, but these are actually cavalry equipment. So looking at the equipment over here, you can see it's 102% if you're maxed out. So it's very good. And some other stats here as well, but I wouldn't really look into too much because of the badges. But just the equipment themselves, you're going to get that 102% for cav attack. So if you go one specific troop type, so it's very good. So I hope this gave you a little bit of an understanding of which troop types to increase, or to try to advance. It really depends on your account. If you are free to play, highly recommend bows. You can use the other troop types, but I don't recommend that. If you're a low spender, you're looking at more like 2 troop types or just bows. If you're a medium spender, 3 troop types or just bows. And if you're a big spender, then you're probably getting just about everything. So until next time, Mac out.